Alright, boys, so we back at it again, coming with the facts on Officer Wack 100 head top. We don't watch Wack 100 over the years, man. Stir the pot, right? Stir the pot, play officer without a badge. We about to bring you some facts that you might not have known, bring you some paperwork that you probably ain't seen before. Wack 100 has been confronted about this before. However, it's like scrubbed from the internet. This ain't knowledge that everybody knows. Only some people have heard this before. Tiny Draws obviously know it because Tiny Draws pressed him about it, called him Officer Back. We're going to jump right to the video, get right to the content. Shout out to Deuce M's.
Shut up. You lying.
You stupid or something?
You lying.
Are you dumb or something?
How Young Back?
Go ask
How
your
Young
uncle
Back?
if he didn't see my daughter.
How Young Back? Let's talk about a little Back.
Who's Back? I don't know.
You know who Back is.
I don't know.
You know exactly who Back is, nigga.
I don't know who that is.
You know exactly who Back is. Stop playing these games,
I don't know
nigga.
who that is.
You know about Marky Mark. You know about Stutterbox. You know about Dale Dog Back. Stop playing these games, nigga. Stop playing these weird ass games, nigga.
No.
Stop playing these games, nigga.
Hold on, what's Stutterbox got to do with something?
This is the Presidential Suite. This is episode
Pyro.
But
Put
answer
that on
that though, the
Pyro.
Stutterbox just
That's
called
gonna
my
be another
phone.
story we gonna talk about
Hey,
later.
what's Stutterbox got to do with something?
I'm talking about that paperwork, nigga. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You
nigga.
saying I'm on paperwork?
Yeah. Bro, am I lying? Put that on Pyro, you not.
Wax on paperwork?
Put that on Pyro, you not.
Put that on 6-0 Wax on paperwork.
6-0 you on paperwork. Put that on Pyro, you not.
He put it on 6-0 on episode 60.
Man, put that on Pyro that you're not on that case.
Produce it.
Put that on Pyro that you're not on that case.
You know I'm the one got told on,
Put that on Pyro that you didn't make statements.
I ain't on none of them cases.
Put that on Pyro, you didn't make statements. Put that on Pyro.
Get in there.
That means you should be able to produce
Bring the paperwork
now, Frank.
You put that on 6-0. Now you gotta bring the paperwork.
You know what's coming, Wack. You know exactly what's coming.
Bring the paperwork. Hey, bro.
You know exactly what's coming back.
Hey, bro. It's a book called Murder Rap. Watch this.
Man,
hey, look,
come on, bro. You know what
I'm gonna do y'all a favor. It's a book called Murder Rap. Go to your iBook.
You can't put that on Pyro. You didn't make no.
We learned from Robert Ross, also known as Stutterbox, a Main Street Mafia Crip, and Wack 100's introduction into the case, that Wack 100 or CS2 Back's house got raided for getting caught on a wiretap on a conspiracy to commit murder, which he never went to prison for, according to the paperwork.
So on the video, when you said something about conspiracy to murder, what actually did you hear on audio of Wack 100 that the feds had?
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap. He allegedly gave Dog my address, homie. If I get killed, whoever gave him my address gonna get conspiracy to murder. But if I don't get killed, they can get conspiracy to attempted murder because they shot up my Rolls Royce, put 17 holes in my Rolls Royce.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, though, Box. Help me understand this, because me and you both know that whole case was your thing. What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to call
And he won't take your call. And I sent it to you because they said when Dog called you, his phone was hit. That's how they got on your line.
No.
And you play.
Wait.
That's what they say, Wack.
No.
Wait.
As you can see by now in this first part, Stutterbox clearly implicates Wack 100 into this case, not only in an interview with Deuce M's and Stats 280, but also right to Wack's face on the recorded phone call.
Now, I hope y'all following along so far. So Wack 100 crib got ran in. Police kicked his door in because he got caught on a wiretap for conspiracy to commit murder. Basically, he got caught on a wiretap conspiring to take a nigga out. That same person got 12 bullets put in his Rolls Royce. Robert Ross, who was the victim, who was the person who got his Rolls Royce shot up, is on his phone call. And he's saying Wack definitely got his crib ran in for him getting 12 holes put in his Rolls Royce and Wack being on the line conspiring to commit murder. That carries a life sentence.
We saw Deuce M's break down the paperwork with the transcript on which Wack 100 or CS2 Back was caught red-handed as a confidential informant for the FBI, with detailed, corroborating evidence and paperwork that leaves no doubt that Wack 100 is in fact confidential source number 2 or CS2 Back.
The paperwork is a transcript of a wiretap. And once I get into this paperwork, you're going to understand that Back
was one of the names that the feds used for confidential source number 2. So that Wack also says CS2 back. CS2, for those who don't understand law, is code word for confidential source. Wack 100 being on a wiretap talking about conspiracy to murder. That holds the same exact time as a murder, a life sentence. And if that's what you on wiretap for, and if that's what they came for you for, then how you out of jail?
Wait.
Deuce M's and Stats 280 speak exclusively with the last key remaining character in this case, and the person Wack 100 directly calls on the wiretap according to the paperwork, Money Mark Stevens. In this bombshell interview, Shaq's business manager Mark Stevens exposes Wack 100 aka Cash Jones, the former Death Row affiliate and Pacoima Piru blood, as a confidential informant for the FBI.
What's going on? I'm here.
You got Mark Stevens on, and
Okay.
hey Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. Salute Mark Stevens. This Stats 280. Salute everybody. Salute. Yes, sir.
So you was cool with him from the beginning, even negotiated on some business as he.
Yeah, I met him. I met him with Stutterbox. I met him with the homie Stutterbox. That's how I first came to meet Wack, was through the homie Stutterbox. Right? When I met him, dude was driving trucks, seemed to be cool. Box was like, yo, this was his neighbor across the street. He seemed to be cool. When Stutterbox defected, Wack picked up the phone and was basically being the interim, the middleman, because he was telling me Stutterbox was defected, and I was like, okay, but my whole thing is, if he defected, why are you fucking with him?
Wait.
These some old heads, as you can see how they talking. You know what I'm saying? But look, defected basically for them mean he ratty, he told. So Wack 100 told homie that Stutterbox is defected. Now, homie turned around and like, well, if he telling them, why you still messing with him? Why you still talking to him? Why you still on the line with him? Which makes sense to me.
Right. So he says that Stutterbox defected, and then you get some phone calls asking to speak to someone else, right?
Yeah, he called me. He called me, man. It was, man, a series of calls, 4 or 5 calls. He wanted to reach out to the homie, rest in peace, Del Dog. And right. I don't give out nobody nav, so I called the homie, Del Dog. I'm like, yo, homie, you want to holler at this dude or what? Because he keep calling me. And he was like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to holler at dude.
So at some point, you get a phone call from Wack 100, Cash Jones. And when he contact you, what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Del Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Del Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox, right? It's like he was getting information from Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the get down was gonna be, and he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him, and he kept blowing me up because he wanted me to get him on the line.
Smart man. Rest in peace to Del Dog, man.
Clearly, Del Dog knew Wack was hot. Del Dog got word that Wack trying to get in contact with him. He said, nah, I'm good on that man. I'm good on that boy. Nah. Spin him. But don't tell him I didn't want to talk to him because I don't need him as an op. But nah, I'm good on that boy, bro. I don't need him on my line. Del Dog knew something. Rest in peace, Del Dog.
So he's talking about the phones is being compromised. Is that one of the things that he told you?
Well, the homie Del Dog never trusted dude. You follow me?
Right.
So Dog didn't know was the lines compromised or was they wired up for sound or not. He just wasn't gonna chance it. You follow me?
Right.
But it was later on. After they took the case to they was taking it all away because the homie ain't had no choice. You know, he was facing a life sentence, so he had to take it all away. And with all the lawyers that was involved
they was able to get the discovery, and that's when we found out that the lines was compromised.
And as soon when you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap
the whole transcript. I got the whole transcript. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretaps.
And do you, in that paperwork, do you see your conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. That was the initiating when they started recording.
Wait. So the first communication in the transcript that showed that your line was tapped is when Wack called your phone. So Wack 100 called you with them peoples on the line. Confidential source back. Wack, but B because he a blood. You know you a confidential source, they want to throw your name off a little bit, but he ain't hidden though, because later on in the paperwork, you still see that Wack boy. So even though they did X his name out, try to help him out by calling him back instead of Wack, they still refer to him. They put the quote from Duke saying that Wack boy. So your line got tapped when Wack caught you. Clearly, his line was tapped. Either he was working with the feds and caught you knowing that, or his line was tapped.
Right. And how did they refer to Cash Jones?
In the paperwork, they put him as back. BACK. And
correct.
I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is, I ain't talked to no back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as back because he a blood. So it's back. And I said, oh, okay.
And was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well, man, I'm glad that the truth was able to come out. And it's sad.
But bigger than that, homie, right? I watched dude, man. He said some things about the big homie Shaq, that wasn't true. He said some things like he been trying to destroy the big homie Big U name. And I'm seeing and watching this, and I called the big homie U. We was talking. I said, yo, when you get into Atlanta, man, come see me. Because I had what I had for years. And when I gave it to the homie, I said, man, you read it. Because it was a big-ass textbook of shit. And the homie just sided with what was right. He said, I can't with dude no more. And that was the end of that.
Until Wack started attacking, and that's when Wack started attacking him with false allegations and all of this online weird shit, right?
Correct, because the homie Big U asked me why I didn't with the nigga, and I said, when you pull up, I'm going to show you. I want you to read it. And when he read it, he was like, oh, okay, I see why you don't with the nigga. I can't with the nigga. And that was it.
Wait, how long was it from when you first got it that you let you in Atlanta to show him the work?
I got the paperwork from the attorneys probably in, I want to say 12 or 13, because it was a series of, remember the incident happened in 07, 06, 07, but Box had went to prison. He called a drug case, so he went to prison, and they waited to almost the last month of the statute of limitations to go get the homies from Main Street.
Right.
So it had been about a 5-year period from the time that had happened to the time that they came and got the big homies.
Because they shot up my Rolls Royce, put 17 holes in my Rolls Royce.
Let's play Stutterbox talking to Wack.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, though, Box. Help me understand this, because me and you both know that whole case was your thing. What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
wouldn't take
Dog.
your call. And I said it to you. He said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your call. Dog said he was cool. He didn't want to talk to you in the paperwork.
Mark
That's what you said was going off of what...
That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
Wait.
Why every time we see Wack naming some paperwork, he a victim?
Wait.
You heard Wack on the phone call. You heard Wack confirm he know exactly what Stutterbox talking about. Wack didn't deny making the phone call. Nothing. None of that. That's Wack, bro. Back is Wack. Officer Wack, bro. I've been telling y'all. But I'm going to give y'all just a little more proof, a little more to make it super clear that I'm not capping, bro. I believe Officer Wack was definitely a confidential source, and I believe to this day he probably still doing some work. Same, Wack is the one that told us they don't get you on a major crime that can have you locked up for the rest of your life and then just let you go after you tell one thing. No, they keep you working. They keep you working. Wack 100, the one that told us this, he would know how the police run. If all them years ago he got caught up in a case that could have sent him to jail for life and he's still out here running around doing police activity right in front of our faces.
You lying.
Are you dumb or something?
How young back?
Go ask your uncle if he didn't see my daughter.
How young back? Let's talk about it, little back.
Who's back? I don't know.
You know who back is.
I don't know.
You know exactly who back is.
I don't know who that nigga is.
You know exactly who back is. Stop playing these games.
I don't know who that nigga is.
You know about Marky Mark. You know about Stutterbox. You know about Dale Dog back. Stop playing these games, nigga. Stop playing these weird ass games, nigga. Yeah, stop playing these games, nigga.
Hold on, what Stutterbox got to do with something?
Yeah, you.
Hey, what Stutterbox?
Man, put that on Pyro. Put that on Pyro. That's gonna be another story we gonna talk about later.
Hey, what Stutterbox got to do with something?
I'm talking about that paperwork. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You saying I'm on paperwork?
Bro, am I lying? Put that on Pyro, you not.
Wax on paperwork?
Put that on Pyro, you not.
Put that on 6-0 Wax on paperwork.
6-0 you on paperwork. Put that on Pyro, you not.
Put that on.
Man, put that on Pyro that you're not on that case.
Produce it.
Put that on Pyro that you're not on that case.
You know I'm the one got told on,
Put that on Pyro, you didn't make statement.
So Tiny Draws said that the name was back and that he was on paperwork. Well, the paperwork is a transcript of a wiretap. And it's from Dale from Main Street Mafia case, rest in peace. So we goes to the first page and it has the session 18202. This is the wiretap, date and time 8/5/2008 through 9/22/38 to 9/29/39. Duration 7 minutes, 1 second. This is the fair's breakdown. Dale tells Stevens that your boy Box, referring to Stutterbox, we can all agree to that, right? Went south. Back wants Dale's phone number. Back needs to talk to Dale. It's important. Back Wack, right? But it also says CS2. Back. CS2, for those who don't understand law, is code word for confidential source. Number 2.
Wait. At some point, you get a phone call from Wack 100, Cass Jones. What did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Dale Dog, rest in peace. I got the whole transcript, of the whole wiretap. Lawyers that was involved, they was able to get the discovery.
When you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap? Do you see your conversation with Cass Jones in them transcripts?
Paperwork, they put him as back. BACK.
Wait.
I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the f is? I ain't talked to no back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as back because he a blood.
Wait. Was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
So, you get into it. Dale talks about Box incident and Back wanting to talk to Dale. Wack wanted to talk to Dale Dog. Mafia talk and someone talking too much. Box with a question mark. Sound like Back, which is Wack, has info on Stutterbox and talking about phone lines being compromised. So Wack is wanting to talk to Dale Dog, so he goes through the Mafia's talk, who we gonna use as Mafia talk for this, not to involve nobody else, right? He tell Mafia talk, look, I need to talk to Dale Dog. That nigga Stutterbox went bad. Well, Wack knows Stutterbox because that's his neighbor. In fact, that's how Wack even know Dale Dog. So the only way you would know that the wires is tapped, and the only way that you would know that Stutterbox had went bad, nigga, is if you done went and talked to them people. Wack admitted that he did go talk to them people on the 64th floor.
Raided my motherfucking crib, didn't find nothing. Cut my wife up. searching, going through everything. They ain't found none. When I went down to the federal building with my attorney to get they took out of my office, every was on that floor with FBI flak jackets on. That's the first thing I saw. I'm like, damn.
It goes into saying Box punked the gang. 2 messages on Mark's phone. Mark is involved on the gang business and operations. Duke. Back is calling on another line to Mark. It says, hit me about 3 times. He want me to give you a number, so I'm calling to clear with you first before. So Dale Dog was like, I'm cool. I'm cool on that, brother. Right? He don't even want Wack to know his number. So the Mafia, he come back and say, oh, okay, you don't want? All right, so you don't want to do no hollering, all right. He said, what's up with you though, man? Dale Dog changed the subject. So the dude Mafia style say, we'll talk, man, you know, I just need to know, man, when I talk to Back, which is Wack 100, I'm just gonna tell that man, oh man, well, you know, homie, you been on the phone with dude and, you know, like basically you been on the phone with Stutterbox and, you know, like, you know what? I'm saying you right, man. No telling what lies he told a nigga on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So they already own Stutterbox and Wack 100. And then also this Dale Dog. And then when you call the dude, you make the dude talk about certain stuff on the horn, you know? You know that's what they got going on. He talking about Stutterbox and Wack 100 got that going on. I ain't got no time for this dude. So then Mafia style say, I mean, you know that's good information. See, now I know how to, like I said, I ain't helping the Wack boy in a minute. The Wack boy in a minute. You know what I'm saying? He called me out of the blue yesterday. Not yesterday, yeah, last night. Left me 2 messages. And this morning. And I just need to know how to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? They probably said, man, going to jail, you know? Laugh. The nigga got to laugh. So that's the first page. Hold on, we ain't finished. We got some more that's gonna talk about that. Or confidential source number 2, aka Wack 100. Go to the next page with other leaders of the large gang organization. CS2 is able to provide limited information regarding violent assaults committed by the Main Street Mafia Crip, including shootings, burglaries, and murders. Confidential source 2 is unwilling to testify in court against members of Main Street Mafia Crip because confidential source 2 is fearful of retaliation against confidential source 2 and or confidential source 2's family. Tiny Draws called that back because he already has seen this, bro. That wasn't capping, and he knew he could stand on that. Wack 100 is confidential source number 2.
They put him as Back. B-A-C-K. I kept asking the lawyer, like, I ain't talked to no Back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as Back because he a blood.
They say that he provided reliable information previously. They say confidential source number 2 has provided reliable historical information concerning the Main Street Mafia organization.
Wait.
They said Wack provided historical information. He a historical rat. That's crazy.
However, confidential source 2 is only aware of certain aspects regarding the organization's criminal activity and narcotic distribution network. So he only know a little bit about how they move and work. Confidential source 2 has no knowledge or information regarding the methods in which narcotics are being transported to the Los Angeles area and distributed to Main Street Mafia Crip gang members. Additionally, confidential source 2 is unable to provide information regarding the narcotic customers, flows of narcotic proceeds, and methods that they are using to laundering their narcotic proceeds. Confidential source 2 is only able to identify a limited number of Main Street Mafia Crip gang members. Confidential source 2 is unable to provide specific information regarding the organization's extortion activities, methods of monetary collection and distribution of proceeds, because he ain't from Main Street. He only was dealing with the stutter box. This Wack 100 been on paperwork. Confidential source number 2, aka Back, aka Wack 100. He was the one calling the Main Streets trying to get in contact with Del Dog, saying that Stutterbox told him. When Wack asked for the number, he refused. He told the homie, nah, nigga, this been on the phone with him. That's how I met him through that. If Stutterbox, and he could be a rat and all that, that don't mean he lying about Wack 100 being on a wiretap talking about conspiracy to murder. That holds the same exact time as a murder, a life sentence. And if that's what you on wiretap for, and if that's what they came for you for, then how you out of jail?
Wait.